How does ground-penetrating radar find graves in cemetery archaeology? Imagine being able to see beneath the ground without digging up a single shovel of soil. That's what ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, can do in cemetery archaeology. It's a tool that helps archaeologists find graves by sending radio waves into the earth and listening for echoes. When these waves hit something different underground, like a coffin or a disturbed soul patch, they bounce back with a signal that can be recorded and turned into images. GPR works by emitting short bursts of electromagnetic energy through a small antenna placed on the ground. These pulses travel downward and reflected off boundaries where the material changes. For example, when the radar waves encounter a buried coffin or a grave shaft, the difference in material properties causes part of the signal to bounce back. The time it takes for the signal to return tells us how deep the object is, while the strength of the reflection can hint at what's there. This process is completely non-invasive, meaning archaeologists can survey a cemetery without disturbing the graves or the surrounding soil. That's especially important when working on sensitive sites or historic cemeteries that need to stay intact. The data collected is processed into three-dimensional images or horizontal slices that show what's beneath the surface at different depths. These images often reveal rectangular or linear shapes that match the typical layout of graves. The success of GPR depends on several factors. Dry, sandy soils allow the radar signals to penetrate deeper and produce clearer images. Wet or clay-rich soils tend to absorb or conduct the signals, making it harder to see buried features. The depth of the graves also matters. Shallow graves are easier to detect than those buried very deep. Well-preserved coffins and intact burial shafts reflected the radar signals more strongly, making them easier to identify. Archaeologists plan their surveys carefully, using grids and high-resolution equipment to get the best possible data. The technology helps locate unmarked graves, understand the layout of old cemeteries, and guide careful excavations. It's a valuable tool for respecting burial sites, especially in urban areas where space is limited and preservation is key. In urban and modern archaeology, GPR is often used to explore historic cemeteries that are now part of city landscapes. It helps uncover forgotten graves and understand how communities organize their burial grounds. By combining this technology with other methods, archaeologists can piece together stories from the past without disturbing the resting places of those who came before us. So, in simple terms, ground-penetrating radar finds graves by bouncing radio waves off buried objects and soil changes. It creates a map of what's underground, helping archaeologists locate and study graves with care and precision.